It's quite a lot of it, 50 minutes of it. They thought, well, it's a terrible waste. And the fans, you know, now that the program isn't made anymore, the fans have become more avidly collector conscious. And so they want every bit. And this one marks the kind of full stop of my association with the program. I did more than anybody else. And this was the unfinished work, you know.
How do you feel? You think full stop sounds like it's sort of final involvement.
It was a full stop a long time ago. But I mean, as far as the fans are concerned, you know, that I still hear from or meet in America occasionally.
And of course, I mean, we've seen children around the site today. I mean, people still associate you with Doctor Who, and I was wondering how you felt about that.
Well, in a way, it's rather gratifying because it was the only great success I ever had. But of course, I mean, that's the power of video, isn't it? Video reinforces memory. So now I'm recognized by children who are, or to some extent recognized by children who weren't even born when I finished because of the video. I suppose it's quite pleasant really to be remembered as an old hero. I was once a hero.
Oh, it's sad when you say it was the greatest success you ever had, because it's almost as if you don't expect any more, or as if you're sort of dismissing what came after Doctor Who.
Oh, no. I don't mean to be flippant about that, but I mean, no one can expect many successes in life, and it's a success the like of which I will never experience again, because it was actually worldwide. In that sense, you know, nothing can ever achieve that. It was actually wherever there is television, there is poor old shagged out Tom Baker running across the rocks and punting down the river.
You're very unkind to yourself. But you played the part for 7 years, and I'm wondering what you thought was the appeal of Doctor Who. I mean, he kept changing faces, he kept having all these adventures, and he kept winning.
I suppose the appeal is, you know, is the sheer heroism of the part, isn't it? I mean, why does James Bond go on being appealing to people? People need different kinds of heroes. Doctor Who, the formula, which is obviously stronger than the people who are in it, since no one has ever failed in it, you know, is a formula guaranteed for success, isn't it? There you have, in now a very, very uncertain world, you have a hero who's not interested in violence or acquisitiveness or sex or war or whatever. He's this kind of benevolent, and also he is alien, you know. So this set him aside. I suppose really, good as it was, there was no competition, you see, was there? Not really.
Well, although when you consider that he still has all this appeal, and television has become more sophisticated, Doctor Who must have had something that has endured all these years.
Well, I mean, I think that the television that endures is the television, actually, in which the characters are realized and one actually still cares about them, as apart from just a curiosity value. I mean, Dad's Army endures because, you know, it was so vividly realized. And those of us who remember something about those days, or know something about history, look at it and you say, yes, that was marvelous. The techniques may improve, but nothing can ever lower people's desire to become involved with good characters, you know, with heroic or pretentious or silly characters. So I think it's the characterization that makes a thing endure. Otherwise, it just becomes a kind of a lark, you know, from the past.
You weren't destined for a life on the stage. I think in your early teens you entered a religious order with the intention of becoming a monk.
Well, I mean, that's just a different kind of stage, really. I mean, everyone, you know, everyone is brought up with fantasies by whatever name you call them, whether it's called dreams or whatever it was, you know, and I wanted to be a hero and was growing up in Liverpool. Not growing up, I was a very small child during the war. And so, you know, I wanted to do heroic things. It was a time of great disturbance and drama. You know, houses were being blown up and neighbours were sometimes being killed, and this was all very exciting and gratifying. In fact, I've always been very fond of the Germans for bombing Liverpool, because, you know, they really eased the boredom of being young. I mean, I didn't understand what the implications were, of course, but I do remember enjoying it all, and not knowing how to go on the next. Children don't know without advice, do they? Still, although they get more advice, children don't know how to realize their dreams. Of course, that's the endless problem that everybody has. And children without education in poor areas particularly are handicapped in this way. I didn't know how to do what I wanted to do, which was to go on telling tall stories and acting in them. In other words, going on the stage. I didn't know how to do that. And so the next thing I could do, someone came looking for heroes in something called a vineyard, and started using wonderful emotive phrases like, many are called and few are chosen, and who'd like to be a hero? I thought, well, that sounds all right, and I put my hand up. But I mean, looking back on it now, I probably would have put my hand up if they'd been recruiting for the Foreign Legion. You know, I was just a long way round to becoming Doctor Who.
Well, the church's loss is definitely our gain. Tom Baker, thank you very much. And good luck with what you're doing in future.
Thank you.
Now,